Dice's TV show started last night. It's getting horrific reviews.
Did it?
Oh, just awful reviews in the New York papers anyway. I watched, I don't know. It was interesting to me because we know all the players, I guess.
Yeah, because you know the guy and the supporting crew.
And we were really close with Dice for many years.
Yeah.
I don't even know how long, 4 or 5 years easily. Did our show. I think we did some great things with Dice on the radio. We really did. We used to goof on him a lot, and it just made for some really, really good radio.
And he would goof back.
Mm-hmm.
And was fun. Nice sense of humor. And then he turned into a jackass.
Yeah, the critics are hating the show, but that doesn't mean anything.
Nope.
Make it perfectly clear, we do not get along with Dice anymore whatsoever. Seems like Dice has this thing where he likes to just turn his back on people, stab people in the back.
Burn bridges.
He loves burning bridges. And that's what was interesting about the show last night, because it's Dice with just a couple of lackeys that are left from his original road crew.
Lackeys?
No, seriously.
My lackeys.
You know, because he's just turned his back on everybody.
Yeah.
So he's left with just a couple of insecure people that are still willing to be around that crap.
Take his crap.
Everything is a thing with Dice. Everything is a thing.
Everything.
You
hear?
It used to be kind of fun back in the day because it made like just the most mundane stuff interesting.
Everything was drama with him.
Every single part of his day was associated with drama.
Some kind of drama going on.
So I'm not going to trash the show. I thought it was kind of interesting. We try to keep it honest here. We're not getting along with the guy, but I found it interesting. I don't know if the average viewer is going to find it interesting. I guess that we'll have to wait and see on that.
From the clips I saw, it looked too much like too much stuff was staged, written or like improvised as it was happening. But it was like you could tell they had a little plot to follow, kind of a thing.
Well, you know what? Hogan's knows best. They do season after season after season,
written, yeah,
and the whole thing is written. And they make believe it's a reality show. You know, no one is going to do it as well as Ozzy did. They're all trying to get that next Ozzy hit.
Yep.
Right, man. You know, Danny Bonaducci came close, but you know you can't have Danny Bonaducci out of control for season after season.
No.
So that was then no one watched the second season of Breaking Bonaducci. No one.
Nope.
The first season he let it all out there. And I couldn't even I didn't watch one episode, and I was a huge fan of the first season, you know.
Yeah.
Hogan's Knows Best I watched because I wanted to check out his hot daughter, and then I realized his daughter's not even hot. She's got like a man's chin, and she's like 6'2", 200 pounds.
She'll kick your ass.
We met her. She's good looking, but she's huge.
Yeah. She's
got the same body type as her mom and Hulk Hogan.
As the Hulkster.
To try to shove her down our throat like she's going to be the next like pop princess is ridiculous.
Well, don't speak ill of the Hulkster. You're getting Flip the Bird from E-Rock over there.
Really, E-Rock?
I just saw him flip you the bird.
Well, the deal with Dice is that he's trying to resurrect his career. He was obviously huge in the late 80s and up until about 1990. He never went away. And his dream now is to play Giant Stadium.
Giant Stadium.
And he's pretty much filming this, quote, comeback. He's been trying to make a comeback for 15 years. They make believe he came out of retirement. He never went away.
No, he's been playing small clubs and
bigger clubs.
Yeah, that's what he's been doing.
And when he had
Vegas.
When he had some popularity with our show, you know, he's not going to admit any of this stuff anymore, but he openly admitted that we helped him sell out the Beacon Theater 3 nights in a row and that we sold half of Madison Square Garden for the guy back in 2000, 2001, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But now, you know, with this show, he claims he's going to play Giant Stadium, and people are openly laughing at him.
Well, yeah, because I don't think he can do it.
It's kind of a lofty goal. You think like the Garden's a great goal, or the Meadowlands, but you know, 90,000
Giant
feet.
Stadium.
That's 90,000 feet.
Is it not? Are you kidding me?
You're going to see it on the field too. Sure.
No.
Oh my God!
Know who sells out Giant Stadium?
You too.
U2, the Rolling Stones. We saw Rolling Stones at Giant Stadium. Dave Matthews Band.
Right.
Jimmy Eats World.
Jimmy Eats World. Panic at the Disco.
A lot of emos in there.
Travis Eats Mules.
Maybe Dice is getting the Beatles back together or something.
Maybe there's some trick that we don't know.
Maybe there's some kind of trick. Yeah. They're going to, I don't know, have Jesus' coffin there to look at.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jesus' bones. And then, oh, my God, and people are outside in the parking lot going, okay, I'll go in to see that.
Yeah. Well, we got a couple of clips. Dice talking to his manager was just beyond hilarious, and we know all the people that are in this show, by the way. Dennis, Dice's old manager, because Dice, I guess, like everybody else in his life, he fired him. Dice just thinks he knows better than anyone else as he moves forward here.
Oh, is Dennis in this? Dennis
is in here pretty much openly laughing at him. Dennis is pretty much the guy that's in charge of the O&A Traveling Virus.
Yeah.
Pete does all the grunt work, but Dennis is right there making all the major decisions and helping us out with our comedy tour every summer.
That's why it's so funny to see him in this situation.
And Dennis is a straight shooter, man. Dice is sitting there, and Dennis is like, well, how about we start with, I think he said 500-seat venues. And so he goes, I want you to have dreams, but there's also something called fantasies.
Yeah, he's in fantasy land. And it's so bad that they start the show off with, old clips of Dice.
Yeah.
They show him with the Dice Rules jacket on, walking out in an arena with people going crazy. And then they switch to, Dice now with his black hair and gray sideburns.
And that was weird about the TV show last night, because one scene they're gray, the next scene they're jet black, then it goes back to gray.
It's my Just for Men.
Yeah,
I ran out of Just for Men. You hear? I go from the top down, so by the time I reach the sideburns, I run out. So they got to stay gray. I got pork chop sideburns, but that had some confectioner's sugar put on them. That's what it looks like.
Looks like he's eating a lot of donuts.
Yeah.
So this scene from the manager's office is just really, really interesting and telling. This is from Undisputed last night. I guess it's on VH1.
Do you remember when you called me up and you said, you want to cross the street? Meaning going into Giant Stadium. Well, that was a time I knew I couldn't do that. It wasn't that I couldn't feel it, but mentally...
Wait, when was the time that Dennis said, let's cross the street? Basically, what he was saying, you did Madison Square Garden, let's cross the street and really show him something and go to Giant Stadium.
Yeah.
And he said back then he couldn't do it?
I think that Andrew actually told me that one time. I think that he sold the Meadowlands in 20-something minutes back then, and they wanted him to do Giant Stadium, and or his agent said, do you want to do Giant Stadium, which would have been 90,000, and Dice, he told me, he's like, I was afraid to do it. I would have had a heart attack. I couldn't, it was too many people.
Yeah, he said he could have done it, but he couldn't do it mentally.
Oh, okay.
When he was selling arenas, I don't know if he would have sold 90,000 seats, but he would have made a good showing. He would have back in those days.
And no one will ever argue that.
Yeah, there was a time he was top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
I knew I couldn't do that. It wasn't that I couldn't feel it, but mentally I couldn't handle it. But I feel it's unfinished business, and I think with the right moves, we can take it to that level.
I think that's a great goal. When are you talking about doing this?
I think we have to...
That's what's great about Dennis.
I think that's a great goal. We should all have goals in our lives. Certain goals we'll reach, certain goals we won't.
What Dennis was basically saying there, well, we got to wait for them to invent the time machine.
Yeah.
That's basically what Dennis is trying to say politely here. When are you planning on doing this?
Yeah, it's a good goal.
You're not doing this until they invent the time machine.
First, you need to get a DeLorean,
right.
And then get a flux capacitor. And you put that in, and when you hit 88 miles per hour, you can go back in time.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that's what you got to do. And then, I have no problem with Giant Stadium. Go back to 1980, what,
88.
Somewhere around there. Yeah. That'll be nice.
Here's the reality. We worked our balls off for Dice back in the day. He gave us great radio, and so we helped him, and we sold out 3 nights in a row at the Beacon. And like I said, we sold out half of Madison Square Garden for Dice. It was one of his dreams to go back to Madison Square Garden. And 5th game of the World Series,
Yankees-Mets
in New York City, we were still able to get close to 10,000 people in Madison Square Garden for the guy.
Yeah.
And that was with us busting our hump, being on an extremely popular radio show in New York City.
Yeah.
Who is he going to get to help him now?
Howie?
We're not helping him. Howie's not going to be able to get it done on satellite radio for the guy.
No.
So how is this going to happen, I ask him today.
I got to go back. I got to go back in time. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, Doc, I got a problem. I'm here. I'm back over here now to sell out Giant Stadium, but my mom wants to bang me. I don't understand. And my dad is an ass. And my mom wants to sleep with me, you hear? So I got to go back in time to fix what's over here and then come back over here. You hear? There's a problem with the flux thing. The flux thing. It don't work. I came back and I went to the fantasy under the sea dance. And Biff was hurting my mother. So I help her, but now my mother wants to bang me. Oh! I need your help, Doc. Gigawatts? What are you talking? The lightning hits the tower, then I get back, and I sell out Giant Stadium. And then I punch Biff in the face. Well, actually, my dad does, because the picture of me at Giant Stadium selling it out, it's slowly disappearing. Look, there's me, Club Soda Kenny, and Wheels, and Kenny's gone.
Now, he blew off Club Soda Kenny.
He's out of the picture.
You blew him off after 18 years of service and never gave him an explanation.
But I got to go back in time in the DeLorean, so he comes back in the picture.
When are you going to tell Kenny why you turned your back on him after 18 years of service?
I'll do that in part 2.
Part 2? Okay.
When I got a big place called Dice's.
Yeah.
It's a casino, because I run the town now. And I'll tell him then that he's welcome to come back. Because I get a sports book, and I make bets. You hear?
I hear ya.
Look at me, I'm on a hoverboard. I'm on my hoverboard.
I see that, Dice.
And then Club Soda Kenny, I'm chasing him, and my car hits a bunch of horse crap, and it falls in. I'm very upset. But it's the only way I'll sell out Giant Stadium.
Or like we said, on Friday's show, give invites out to all the people you stabbed in the back and turn your back on, and then that place, I think you could do 2 nights at that point.
I don't want to completely sell it out. I'll have to sell obstructed view so they could throw stuff at me behind poles.
As a goof, we should just sell out Giant Stadium with cardboard people.
You know, it'd be great.
Like that scene in King of Comedy. He could perform in front of
cardboard people.
In front of cardboard people.
That's how we'll fill the rest of the seats.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, how about this?
Or mirrors. You could use mirrors to sell out that place.
So it looks like the audience goes on forever.
Yeah.
I like the idea we'll pour gasoline on the George Washington Bridge and light it and call it the Burning Bridge Tour. As you're driving to see me, the bridge is burning. Just like I do with everybody. Oh! Jackass.
What a dope. Here's some more audio from the manager's office.
Wanna go back in time. Da-da-da-da-da.
Here's more audio from last night, Dice talking to his old manager, because then I guess after this conversation, pretty much, he fired him. And then we heard things where he called him back, and then...
Jetson, you're fired!
And Dennis is like, why don't we take a break? Why don't we just take a break?
When are you talking about doing this?
I think we have to obviously build. I mean, we couldn't go on sale today and sell out Giant Stadium.
I would love to tell you, Dice, however... I want you to have dreams, but there's a difference between dreams and fantasies.
Yeah, but years ago,
it's a long way from home, man.
This is something that, you're just the one guy that.
Yeah.
Hi, I've got Debbie Gibson on line 2.
All right, I'll be right there. Dice, I gotta leave.
All right.
If that doesn't put it in perspective.
Debbie Gibson calls up and he's got to take her call over Dice.
If that doesn't say a lot.
That's going to be a tough sell.
Yeah. Especially now that he's he backstabbed us and everybody else that could have probably helped him. Well, I mean, honestly, he's never selling out Giant Stadium. Not at this point, unless there's some huge opening act or unless there's like 100 comics.
So I'm thinking, Giant Stadium.
Yeah.
And we sell it out.
Yeah.
Alan Thicke is on line 2. All right, I'll take it right away.
Alan Thicke.
Alan Thicke.
Wait, get serious here. It's Giant Stadium, 90,000 people.
Yeah.
And I know I could do the job. I know, just put me in there.
Joe Piscopo's on line 5. Joe Piscopo. All right, put him right through. Sorry, Dice.
You do one.
Wait, I got
a request for one.
All right, back to business.
Yeah, back to business.
Now, what about merchandise? These are going to be 90,000 people that are going to want Dice shirts, Dice Rules jackets, Dice...
Excuse me, Milli Vanilli's on line 2?
The one remaining member?
Yeah, the one that didn't kill himself?
Millie Van... Jesus.
And then I put Gary Coleman on hold for you, but you might want to pick up right away.
Gary Coleman?
He's still on hold, by the way.
The hell is going on? This is important to me. I know I could do this.
Yeah.
It's Giant Stadium. It's like my hometown. It's very close.
I don't know how this is possible, but Sam Kinnison's on line 5. I put him through.
He's dead.
That's how you sell out.
You're taking a corpse over me.
That's how you sell out Giant Stadium. Bring Sam Kinison back from the dead. People would go see that.
Rick Springfield is on line 4. Rick Springfield.
And Tiffany's on line 4, so.
Put them right through. Both of them on conference, because I'm thinking of putting a concert with both of them together. Yeah, we're gunning for Giant Stadium. Everything's Giant Stadium now.
Might as well do the Has-Been tour.
Has-Been tour. Robert Palmer, is he dead? Yes, he is. Sorry. It's going to be hosted by MC Hammer.
Yeah.
Who is now calling on line 3.
The Where's the Beef lady wants to be part of this.
And Jerry from The Facts of Life. I think she's calling.
Unbelievable. Oh!
All right, listen, we got to take a break. There's 2 more clips I want to play from last night's show. We said earlier he makes a thing out of everything.
A thing?
He has a huge fight last night over soap. And the montage, the Love Hurts montage had me just laughing my balls off because it's something he would never do.
Right.
He's doing it for TV.
It's so staged.
We'll explain in a few minutes. It's the Opie and Anthony show. Back to Dice Undisputed last night on VH1. So we were talking about how he makes a thing out of everything.
Yeah, everything's drama.
So he got divorced. He's seeing this girl, Eleanor, who is she is a very, very, very nice person. I have nothing bad to say about Eleanor. Honestly, Dice doesn't deserve her, if you want to know the truth. And they're at home, and they get into a huge fight over soap. Soap. Here's the clip from last night.
There's no soap. Hold on a second. Why can't you still change the soap? Oh, you know what? Let me call you right now. I'll call you back. You can't change the soap?
Changing it.
Thank you.
I know it's too hard for you to do.
It's a simple task, so why not?
I know.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing. You know, how long's your soap been empty?
Soap? How do I know?
Well, if you weren't on the phone 24 hours a day...
I got 3 pots going here. She called. I answered.
Well, did you wash your hands when you
Yes, before. Maybe I used the end of it.
You know, to you it's funny.
You know why it's funny? Because you're arguing with me over soap.
I'll change the soap.
You already did.
You know what? I'll change girlfriends. How's that sound?
What's wrong with you?
Forget it.
What? You start something you can't finish it?
There's nothing to finish. I don't want to get mad.
This is the same guy that sold out Madison Square Garden.
Arguing about soap.
Right.
And it was about 2 feet away from him in a cabinet.
Yeah.
And he just took it out and put it next to the sink.
It wasn't really about the soap now, was it? It's never really about the soap.
It's about the soap at Giant Stadium. That will never happen.
Right. Oh, he's going to sell out Giant Stadium, though. So this is all going to work out in the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sponsored by Palmolive. Because I mentioned soap. I figured they'd pay for it. Come on board, soap. Tide. Soap.
I don't even think the new Pope could sell out Giant
Ivory
Stadium.
Snow.
Ivory Snow, what?
Soap.
Soap?
Yeah.
I hear.
Which way?
You bet.
Palmolive.
So there you go. He's got some problems in that head of his.
Yeah.
So he gets in a huge fight over soap, and then he has to hit the road, and he didn't solve the fight. And then he's on the road, and he notices that Eleanor is not calling him.
Oh, boy.
So then he gets advice from some dude, basically hinting like, look, you know, you got to give in a little. This is a nice girl here. You're going to blow it again. How many times are you going to blow it in your life? And that's when we got to see the Dice montage with the song Love Hurts playing in the background.
Oh, God.
With him going on a train by himself.
I'm just thinking. That's what he's doing. He's riding a train and standing on the train platform and walking around New York, I guess.
Yeah. And
thinking.
He walks by a billboard. I think it says something like, "Are you afraid of commitment?"
Yeah.
You know, oh, wow. And then they show him, like, walking past Madison Square Garden where he was huge back in the day. And then he walks by Dangerfields where he made his name, obviously. It was after the Dangerfield performance that everyone knew who Andrew Dice Clay was. So it was all in this montage as Love Hurts.
And what did he walk from
dramatically.
The Garden to Dangerfields?
Well, no, it's just a montage. So they got the shot of him outside Madison Square Garden, jumped back in a limo.
How many blocks is that?
Oh, that's like on the other side of town.
I know.
34th and 7. Dangerfield is 62nd and 1st.
So, like, but he's supposed to be walking.
You would walk all night to go from Madison Square Garden to Dangerfield.
You don't walk to get your thoughts together and go, taxi! I'm walking, but I'm over here, and I think I'll be more emotional walking over there. It doesn't work like that. If you're really just walking, you don't hop in a cab to walk past landmarks.
Dude, it was the Love Hurts montage.
Yeah, with a video camera following him, which he knows is following him, and trying to look overly dramatic by going by places that he, finds familiar.
And we all know Dice is the type of person, he wouldn't be caught dead on a train or a subway.
Without 20 people around him.
Yeah, but he was just by himself on a train.
Yeah, fans touching him. He'd want nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Shaking his hand.
He actually showing...
Hey, you're Dice.
Actually showing some kind of emotion. Dice doesn't show any emotion. He's a dinosaur.
He needs people to run block between him and his fans, too.
Right.
Like someone like Kenny used to do that. People would come up and he'd go,
well,
I just want to say hi to Dice. Well, you can't go up to him like that. You'd shake his hand. If he wants it, then okay.
No, see, that doesn't happen because he blew off Club Soda Kenny after
the old
years
days
of service.
Yeah.
And never gave Kenny a reason. Not even the balls to give the guy a reason. I don't think it's going to work there. That blows.
I'm going to miss Sam.
That blows. He ran it in and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sam dropped
Maybe
down
get
the
that
list.
to work. Anyway, so Eleanor hasn't called, and finally one of his guys goes, look, you got to compromise a little bit. This is a good girl here. You don't want to lose her, too. So this is the clip leading up to the Love Hurts montage.
Anytime you're ready to say something or jump to something, take a few steps back. You have someone who loves you. You hear me? Yeah. Take care.
And that's where the clip ends. That's why Sam was running in with another version, because all of a sudden it's like, Love Hurts. And there's Dice walking outside Madison Square Garden. Just walking and reflecting on his career and thinking about his career. And
Love Hurts.
Oh,
you're here.
Wait, here it is.
Anytime you're ready to say something or jump to something, take a few steps back. You have someone who loves you. You hear me? Yeah. Take care.
walks out. Sensitive dice.
Look for happiness. I mean, settle for happy moments, because that's all life is.
Show a clip of him at the Garden.
Yeah. Outside Dangerfield.
Yeah.
On a train doing some thinking.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do when you're depressed is you find a train. The nearest train.
It does. Yeah. It wounds. I put myself out there on the train. Who is this, a fan? Get away from me. Hey, camera people, chase this ass away. I'm thinking. Choo-choo.
The Love Hurts month.
Love hurts. Hey.
He's turned into a dope.
Every jackass has a sensitive side.
Oh, you got a sensitive side there, Dice?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like the heavy metal album.
They were called power ballads.
Power ballads.
Back in the day.
They're when you're hurting a little.
Yeah.
When you feel hurt.
Are you going to sing a power ballad when you sell out Giant Stadium?
I'll sing a power ballad.
Yeah.
About selling out Giant Stadium.
Yeah.
And being there in the moment with my people as they watch me as time goes back to 1988.
Well, the time machine.
I need a time machine.
Time machine, back to 19...
I'm thinking part 3.
Part 3?
I want to go back in time. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, now me and Doc, see, we end up in the Old West. And now Doc is the guy that books me at the saloon. At the big saloon.
But you got to be booked at Giant Stadium.
Well, I'll work up to that.
Okay.
See, here's the trick.
Yeah.
The old saloon is where Giant Stadium's going to be built. So technically, I'm playing at Giant Stadium before they build the clock tower. Look, it's a picture of me and Doc in the old days.
I see that.
And Wheels and Happy Face and Kenny on hoverboards.
Are you hiding as a scientist?
Yeah. And then he brings me back in a train. I don't know. It's stupid.
And you're building an ice cube machine, I believe, right?
Hey, number 2, I came back and my house was owned by colors.
Yeah, well.
I don't know what happened. I use a pie dish as a Frisbee, and someone else gets all the credit. I invented the Frisbee. Hoo-hoo.
I want to hear a power ballad, though. I mean, the Love Hurts montage you did for your show was terrific.
Well, I'll sing one at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance.
Maybe Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Every rose has its thorns.
Yeah?
Every man was an oyster back then. Yeah? I am me.
Why isn't Kenny in the studio right now?
He's a complete ass.
Kenny has abandoned us.
He's entertained.
I think he might be. He's somewhere being entertained. All right, well, the power ballad, it's great. It's how you show your emotion.
Yeah. Where's some power ballad?
Yeah. All right.
Got any from the old power ballad collection?
Do we have one?
Yeah, where's a good one?
You want to hear one?
Let me hear one.
Every rose has its thorn.
Oh, he just did that one.
He just did that one.
What? Oh, yeah, do that one.
Good one.
Which one is this?
Skid Row.
Hello? Yeah, I'm just leaving a message for you. I miss you. I'm on a train. Yeah, no, all alone. Except for the 20 people behind the camera. Because I'm scared. I don't go out on a train by myself. And, yeah, I'm reflecting. No, reflecting. It's like what you do when you stand there and a camera's pointing at you with 50 people and you walk around and take cabs but don't take that and you walk in front of places. I'm reflecting. No, you stupid bitch. I'm reflecting over here. I just want to tell you something. Okay? You listening? Remember yesterday. Walking hand in hand. Love letters in the sand. Hey, you stupid whore. I remember you.
Hey, pick up. Pick up.
Pick up the phone. How long is this tape? It doesn't beep or nothing. I remember you.
Hey, Dice, is it true next week you can do the horse and buggy montage?
Yeah. I'm going to be in the horse and buggy reflecting.
Yeah.
I do a lot of reflecting on the show.
Oh, you have to.
You got to reflect because I'm looking back at when I was, big.
Massive. You were the biggest.
And now I walk around and no one even says hi to me. No more. They film me. I got some hangers-on still, but for the most part, I'm a nobody.
Actually, everyone's gone. You pretty much sent everyone home. Everybody.
Where's Kenny? Kenny!
No.
Jimmy!
No.
Jimmy!
No.
Where's it?
No.
Remember yesterday? Walking on that stage at Madison Square Garden. I remember it. Remember my nursery rhymes? Hickory dickory dock. The chick has a...
Oh, you're going to be doing all those rhymes at Giant Stadium?
Yeah. In my dreams. This song's sad. I'm reflecting. I gotta take a leak. Where can I go? Can I go into one of those bathrooms that play my sound clip?
Oh,
that
yeah.
says, hey, you're in the toilet. Watch my show.
Oh, yeah, the urinal advertising. Whatever. Good luck to you.
Good luck. Godspeed, Dice Man.
You always knew what you were doing, right?
Oh.
He knows better than anyone.
I watched Dice Undisputed, episode 2.
Sorry to hear that.
I think it might be episode 3
Terrible.
officially. They only gave him 7 shows. This show is a disaster.
It's
is it,
so
disaster in a good way?
fake.
Oh.
It's fake. It's scripted.
Fake and phony. I mean, Dice is... we can't stand the guy. But he does have something where if you just did videotape him and play that on a show, it would probably be entertaining. Because he's such a, jamoke. He's just this big dork. And it would kind of be fun to watch that. But they always got to script it, and the acting is better. You're not hiring actors. These are the real people in his lives that he's told to act, and they cannot act. And it's blatantly obvious.
Well, in this latest episode, he went to his divorce lawyer.
Yeah.
Because he's getting a divorce. All right. Well, listen to the terrific acting in this clip.
Andrew, you're an hour late.
I know.
All right.
I got kids that I can't just leave.
What's this with the glass? What are you, born in a barn? Use a coaster, for God's sakes.
You don't know what goes on in somebody's life, when they get up. You shouldn't just attack when I walk in.
Andrew, we both got problems. We both have things to do. Let's just focus on getting your case over. There's one more thing that came up. It's about ownership of 2 dogs.
What do you mean, ownership of 2 dogs?
Your wife wants to be declared the owner of 2 dogs.
You're kidding me, right?
No.
Is this down on paper? Let me see.
It's right here. It's in black and white.
That is some
ownership of 2 dogs.
That is some bad acting.
He's the mellow Dice on this show. He's Dice Mellow. Oh, they're still leaving. This is about my friends leaving.
No, these are viewers leaving.
Viewers to the show now make a sound when they leave?
Yes.
How could they? But they're watching the TV. What kind of sound? They just leave his show in droves from the bad acting.
The lawyer.
Use a coaster.
Hey,
That's
L-Buck.
terrible. I'm sorry.
L-Buck from Pittsburgh.
How did your career die?
Sorry. L-Buck from Pittsburgh. He writes on his instant feedback here, Opie wants a direct connect at 10:15 and 24 seconds. Dice signed off at 10:15, 25 seconds. I think he's teaching me a lesson, I guess, by not talking about it. I guess that's what he's getting at, if we know him at all.
Yeah, he showed you.
Yeah, I guess. By acting like a 15-year-old girl.
On MySpace.
He's passing notes in chemistry class. If you like Susie, check yes.
I made one of those things. You put them on your fingers and go pick a number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick a color. Pink.
Pink, yeah.
All right, I open that up. Now ask a question. Is Opie an ass? No. Back to 1, 2, 3, 4. Will I sell out Giant Stadium? Blue. No. What are they called? Snapdragons? It's that Gugagami stuff. Iragumi. I'm making paper dragons.
All right. Well, more from the divorce lawyer here. Just more terrific.
Dice.
Golden Retriever and a Chihuahua. Number one, I got the Golden Retriever when Max was very young. I loved that dog. The Chihuahua, I don't know, really.
Yes or no?
Does it mean I don't see the dog if I give ownership of the dog? I never see the dog?
So you want me to come back to her and say, she can have the dogs as long as you get visitation. Is that the deal?
Does the dog have a say? I mean, this costs money every time I come up here.
Andrew.
And I don't have the money to just keep spending on bull things like a dog. You know what? All right, she could own the dog.
Fine.
You know what I mean? There's not enough going on in life.
Is this over?
I don't have enough things going on in my
Andrew,
life.
is this part over?
Ooh, what acting. That's great stuff.
And then the final clip says it all. Dice needs a friend.
Oh.
I guess you got to replace the friends you backstab with new ones that you
with the MySpace ones. The MySpace.
You know what? I can't even deal with this. You don't even know how I've been feeling lately. You know, with taking care of the children, and now I'm, thinking of, moving to the valley. I mean, what do you think?
The plaque on the wall says Juris Doctor. It doesn't say psychiatrist.
It was my mistake to treat you as a human being, okay? Sometimes a man needs a friend, you know? I gotta go.
Okay. All right, Andrew. Always a pleasure. Andrew, could you put a coaster on
Hey, leave me alone with the coaster, okay?
Take care, Andrew.
Yeah, okay.
That's brutal, man. That is just brutal.
It makes me very happy. It makes me really happy. He blew it. Do you understand? Dice blew it.
I got one MySpace friend left.
Yeah?
And I don't think even anybody can make a move.
All right. Who?
Richard Jenny. He can't. Whose career is going better?
Be careful, he's going to find a bad picture of you, Anthony.
Gosh.
Time to find another bad picture. Like a little girl would do. A little girl with little boobies. That acting is really bad.
I'm going to go on YouTube.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's going to be Lonely Dice.
48, 9.
Lonely Dice 45.
He's more than 45.
And I just sit in front of the camera and go, I'm very lonely today. People was yelling at me. I lost my dogs. And people, they won't be my friend. They leave me on MySpace. See? And then quick cut, and I'm sitting on the bed, playing with my toes, going, it's just Lonely Dice. Catch me next time.
Then some sappy song has to play.
I got 6 views.
And that was all you.
And that was me checking to make sure it uploaded 5 times. But there's one person out there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
One friend left?
Yeah.
Who would that be?
Wait, no, I only had 5. You could see me, I get in a rap battle on YouTube. Oh, you're just mad because I'm styling on you.
But he has a problem with me. Are you kidding me?
I'm Anna Nicole's baby's father. Anything, please. Asses in seats. Asses in seats.
Nah, it ain't happening. All right.
Okay. Now, some people said I might have gone too far, but please download my newest video, Tub Dice. You want to see Tub Dice?
Obviously
It was hard for me to get in that position.
No, they're signing
Believe
off.
me.
They're signing off, Dice. You got to bring them back.
You want to hear me?
Do a poem or something. You got to bring these people back. They're leaving in droves.
I'm going to talk about sparkling wiggles. Okay? Come and don't leave.
Now they're coming back in.
Oh, here they go. Hey, you sparkling wiggles. There's too many sparkling wiggles at this party. Oh, Christ. You know we can't get it past...
What do you say, Al?
Past Al.
Not clever enough. They're leaving you.
Damn it.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back with the Anthony Show.